What's up, everybody? Welcome to Lil Talk with Lil Joey, the return episode of the show. And today we got an awesome guest, the one, the only Garza did that, who was featured on Vigilant MMA's first influencer card. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How about you?
Doing good. And you have your coach. You want to introduce him and kind of tell us how you guys kind of met.
Well, this is my coach. His name is AJ, aka TGG Ochoa. He is
Sweet.
one of the main coaches of GDT Promotions. He will be cornering all three fights coming up on this next card. So stay in tune for that coaching performance. And me and him, the way we met, we just always been friends through high school and stuff. And then yeah, we just transitioned after high school, became a team.
That's awesome. And so I know you have, Muay Thai experience, and did you guys like kind of work on that together, or what was it really started off with boxing?
For one of my fights, he kind of helped me out when I took a short notice fight, which was one of my losses in Muay Thai. When I took a short notice fight, he kind of stepped up and helped me because I didn't have a corner for that fight, so he kind of helped me out with that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Uh,
that's where he really got into it. But he didn't end up cornering me in that fight. He cornered me in the recent fight with JDP.
Seeing that fight, like being on the corner, like how did, what did you see and what do you think was, Garza's um best points in that fight?
For that fight, me personally, it was definitely second and third where he started, putting the pressure on a little bit more. What we were actually working on started to engage more. But the one thing I will say that he slacked on is following up with his jab because he had the jab. It was there all night, and that's what we were working on. We were working on follow ups, but um, it was hard for me to really, get that out to him during the fight, which is something I got to work on for sure. And when I'm coaching all three of these different fighters, I'm really gonna, work on that to make sure we get the job done this time.
Yeah, and I was rewatching the fight a few days ago actually, and I did notice, you started pumping out that jab, right around in the second round, and that was really starting to actually be, effective. JDP wasn't able to, get in and get those shots in that he was usually getting in the first round. So and I saw you, adapt to that. So it's awesome to see that because in this scene we have so many people that are new to combat sports in general. So the fact that you're able to, you and AJ are able to see that and make those adjustments is shows like levels in the scene, absolutely. And I'll ask you this, Garza, how did it feel in the fight, and how did it feel, after hearing the decision?
Uh, First and foremost, all respect to JDP. We went in there, had a war. I think we're probably one of the most technical on the night. But how I felt on the fight, the first round, we kind of switched the game plan up last second because we didn't expect JDP to be as tall as he was. Because I thought we were gonna be a little like towering over him, but
Mm.
he kind of came in a little bit taller, so he needs to go get his height checked again and get his shit updated. But the first round, the plan was to let him throw himself out. So that's why you guys seen me shell up and let him tire himself out. And which he did end up being tired going into the second round. That's why in the second round I kind of set the tone right away. But he just has he's just more experienced than me when it comes to boxing. When it comes to just using hands, he's more experienced than me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of the commentators, obviously you didn't get to hear them in while you were fighting, but rewatching the fight, and I don't know if you've gotten to rewatch some of the other fights, but what was your opinion on my commentary? Because I and a few other people in the community had very strong opinions about that.
Middle age haters. Middle
I mean, to sum it up, kind of, yeah.
motherfuckers that couldn't make it to the UFC, so they're gonna sit right here and hate on influencers that bring more traction to the sport that they've been doing for 30 years of their life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, it
However,
was it was unfortunate. Yeah,
I will
yeah.
say one of them was kind of, Taking our side, yeah, that's it.
Camden was the only one for sure, in my opinion, that kind of had our side, but at the same time he was commentating too, so he kind of had to give his opinions at some point. But his opinions were more like, I don't want to say friendly because that's not soft, but it's like more like into our scene. These motherfuckers are like during our fight, they're over here talking about Kobe and LeBron, how they used to
Yeah,
wake
more
up and stuff.
professional. That is.
Like you're talking about Kobe and LeBron. Like I'm glad you're looking at my fight and thinking of those type of people because we're gonna get to that point. But
Yes.
this is our first fight. So you're trying to reference me to fucking Kobe or LeBron? It's crazy. How come you couldn't do that when you were coming up? How come
Yeah,
you're not the Kobe
exactly.
and LeBron? Because you're commentating my fight. Let's get that. First things first. You're commentating my fight. I'm not watching you fight. You're there watching me fight. It's not like you wanted to do it, but on the night you're at that commentator table commentating me, and your performance is exactly why you're not going to do that type of shit ever again. Probably won't even be on a commentator booth again.
Yeah, I mean, like to me, it just felt like it's like if you really didn't want to commentate, just don't commentate. Like they should
Yeah.
have, I think, if they would have switched out, if they would have switched out that middle commentator who was doing the most like shit talking, like they could have moved him out and got Cole Sterling on commentary, and you would have had Cole and Camden bouncing off each other, guys who knew the scene and knew what the scene had to offer.
Yeah.
But obviously, I hope things change for Combat Quest influencer fights too. Um, but yeah, it was not fun to watch with the that commentary.
No, yeah, not
Yeah.
at all.
Speaking of, just the event in a whole, like how was the experience and did you have any kind of big takeaways from, just all of that?
I think the event overall, I feel like me and JDP's fight probably had the best build up to it. Like with me not posting anything about my training, JDP being the main one, always posting something, and every time we come into contact, I'm always talking shit to him. The face off was immaculate. My walkout was immaculate. It's just it's just I'm slacking in that one part of just signing it off. Once I sign it off, I promise you, me and GDT Promotions will be one of the like, especially when we go 3-0 on the next card. That's gonna be a big statement. That's gonna be a big statement on the scene. So,
Yeah,
um,
let's talk about GDT promotions for a second, like how did you end up kind of coming up with that idea and how did, these fighters come about? Because I know you have, Sammy and I think can't remember the other guy's
David
name.
Hernandez.
Yeah, David, yes. So how did that kind of like start and, what are your goals for GDT?
uh, I've always kind of had a plan of doing my own little promotion, but I didn't really have the platform when it came to the promotions I fought for. They didn't really like promote at like the level we're doing it. So yeah, just me going there and doing the event and knowing once I be able to like actually secure this dub, this next fight, me having a promotion behind me where I could put on people that I know have a good image, that I know are funny, that I know will bring good content to the scene, but I know also can whoop some fucking ass when it comes to getting in there. But I just know the two fighters, Sammy and David, they're definitely gonna they're kicking down the door of this influencer scene. Both of their fights won't go to the decision. AJ's gonna make sure of that. We're starting our camp Monday, so we're doing a 15-week brutal camp. So no, their opponents are not gonna be able to outwork them either. So let's see if they can make it past the first round, both of their opponents.
Oh shit. All right. Dude, like I mean, we have so many promotions in the scene, but like every time like it grows and it's like we bring new people into the scene. So just having you and Sammy and David and AJ all in the scene already now is like it's awesome to see. And you know, did anybody approach you, after Vigilant about like possibly signing with them at all? Because I know, some people got approached and some people were like talking about starting their own stuff. So was it always from the get-go starting it, or did you get approached?
I got offered by a couple. I don't want to bring them up because I kind of put them down and started my own thing. But I got offered a couple, but I already knew like
It's low-key something we've always wanted from the
yeah.
beginning of everything, to
Yeah,
be
like
honest.
after this card, we're literally getting a GDT Promotions house. We're not gonna disclose the location, but we're gonna have a full ring there. It's gonna be like turned into a straight content house slash training camp house. And all the GDT promotion fighters will be going there getting work. You guys will be seeing behind the scenes. We're gonna have a podcast running out of it. So it's just gonna be full fledged. Like there's a lot of promotions on the scene, but they're not doing it like GDT promotions at all. You guys will see with this influencer card, this is our debut as fighters, as an entertainment side and clothing side. You're gonna see it all come together when it comes to the walkouts, clothing, fight kits, all that shit. We're not going in there with like Amazon shit. And I'm a victim of that. I walked out in some Amazon shorts when I fought JDP, and I saw JDP has some custom fight kits, and I was like, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. But our promotion is gonna be the drippiest on the night. We're just gonna be the diamonds. We're gonna be the attention grabbers, the green thumbs of the whole card. So
Let's
just be ready
go.
for that.
Fuck yeah, man. So I know you're already in talks with, Vigilant about getting you guys on those cards again. And besides that, has there been other, promotions? I know UCC has been growing with people in the States recently, ICS, CFL. Have you been in talks with anybody yet?
Yeah, we're in talks with ICS for Tucson. It's minimal talks right now. It's very little talks because uh it all starts with this next card coming up. Because this next card is gonna kickstart the Tucson card for ICS. So we're gonna go 3-0 October 19th, and then we're gonna hit Tucson and fucking take ICS by storm and sell out the Tucson card.
There like a set, type of content that you kind of want to make while also doing, the crossover combat sports, or is it gonna be kind of a mixture of everything?
It's gonna be a little bit of mixture of
Yeah, I'd say
everything because
of everything.
we're gonna have the podcast. We're gonna be talking about fights and all that, but we also have a music side where we do throw shows. We have artists that performed with D Savage, Wi-Fi's funeral, and we've thrown our own shows, sold out our own shows. Like we have a whole different side that is all gonna be debuted on the creator influencer cards. It's not even just fighting that's gonna be debuted.
That's
We're even bringing artists to walk us out for this next one. So you guys gonna see that thrown into there too. So
gonna be huge, dude. That's awesome. It's
yeah,
great to hear, and obviously, I don't want to keep you too long, so I'll leave you with this. If you have a message to either your fans, your haters, or a future opponent out there, what do you want to say?
I'm gonna let AJ give a little message off first because I got something to say to my opponent after he's done.
I just want to say to anybody who's trying to get into coaching, obviously there's a lot of pressure on my shoulders personally with three different fighters having three different opponents. So it's something I got to work on, but as long as you stay true to it and you actually lock in, you can get it done. You just all you got to do is get a notepad, a pen, write shit down, and just make a plan behind everything. Because once you have a plan, it's kind of hard to fail. So I'm gonna show out to everybody who is doubting Garza, doubting David, doubting Sam. I'm gonna show them what I can do with them.
Oh, I love it.
And with me, Rob Alexander, you're whatever you got going on with your little crater thing you got going on, you need to stop it. It's the most corniest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. You're getting fucking knocked out. I don't give a fuck about any Misfits attention you have. USASaiyan, all of them are about to see you get flatlined. I'm gonna show you what happens when you just go in there and throw a right hand. You want to post me and JDP's first round? You do not understand that there's actual game plans when you fight somebody that knows something. You fought somebody that turned their back to the littlest punch that you threw. When you're in there with me, I'm telling you, you're not JDP. You're not technical like that. You're getting fucking served up on a platter and fucking ate. Pause. but still, you feel me? You're getting 8 alive. Like I said, Freddy Krueger's coming for your ass. Just wait.
There we go. Garza did that, and AJ, his coach. Guys, thank you so much for being the first guest on the return of a little talk. It's been great talking to you guys, and we can't wait to see you guys and GDT grow into the scene.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it.
Yep.